Hola from Lola! So today we're going to be talking about the calendar method and how we figure out where we are and how we are going to be fertile within this time. So it's going to give us more so when we are able to have sex and not get pregnant, and when we're able to have sex and we need to use protection. So the first thing you want to do is you want to mark the first day of your period as day 1, and then you want to mark the first day of your next cycle. So you wait until your period ends, then the next month when it happens again, mark that first day as well. And then you count the total of number of days between each cycle. So this is a good example of a couple of months, just showing you if you started like on January 20th and then your next period was February 18th, you have 29 days in between those 2 months. And then you have the rest of the month showing here from March 18th to April 16th is 29 days, and so on and so forth. Some notes that you do want to know is that you need to track 6 periods to use this as a birth control. So don't just think that because you got the first month and the second month that you'll be good. No, you got to track at least 6. And also, if your cycles are shorter than 27 days, this method won't work for you. I'm so sorry. It needs those long periods so that you can be effective with this method. And it's most effective when you combine it with the temperature and the cervical mucus method, which we'll also learn about later on. Righty. So let me show you this because I needed to break it down myself and read this 100 million times myself to be able to understand it. Alrighty. So if your shortest cycle is 26 days long, you subtract 18 from 26, you get 8. Then count 8 days from your start day 1, the first day of your period. So if your day 1 was on the 4th of the month, you mark it with an X on the 11th because, yeah. So on the 11th is your first fertile day. You should stop having sex on this day or start using a different method of birth control, meaning condoms, probably, because it will be more likely there's more chances of you getting pregnant during this time. To predict the last day of your current cycle, like this period is starting, you're within this month, the way you find out your last day of this cycle is you find the longest cycle in your whole entire record, because you know you got to do it for 6 months. You subtract 11 from the total number of days in that cycle. Count that number of days, 1, the first day of your period, of your current cycle, and mark that with an X, including day 1 when you counted. Mark that day with an X, and that's your last day of your fertility days. So, if your longest cycle is 30 days long, subtract 11 from 30, you get 19, right? So then you count 19 days from the start day of day 1. If day 1 was on the 4th of the month, then you'll mark it on the 22nd. So the 22nd is your last fertile day of the cycle, and you can start having unprotected sex again because there's less chances of you getting pregnant. So what that shows to me or tells me is, first of all, you're starting on the 4th, right? Let's go back all the way. And then that's day 1. So then you get 8 days. So you have to do, you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 11th is the first day that you're possibly going to be fertile. If you want to figure out your last day, you wait until your next period, which would be, if this is January, then, oh, it can't be January because there's only 30 days on this calendar. Let's say this is Who has 30 days in their month? Um, let's say this is April. Let's say this is April, right? April 1st, April Fools. You're safe. You got your period on the 4th. So then you wait 8 days so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. That's 8 days. On the 11th, it's no longer safe, right? So then you wait until the 22nd. If you didn't know that the 22nd was the last day, what you do is, this is April, you go to May. So on May 1st, you're still okay. May 2nd, you get your period. So now on May 2nd, you subtract 11 days backwards, counting the second. So the 2nd, the 1st, the 30th, the 29th, the 28th, the 27th, 26th, 25th, 24th, 23rd, 22nd. That's 11 days. 11 days. That is your last day that you would be fertile. I hope this is making sense. I'm hoping it. Honestly, to me, the calendar way is one of the hardest ways to figure out. It's still a little bit confusing, and I'm still trying to learn more about it because, like, it makes sense. And what was on our slide made a lot of sense to know. But then it's like, okay, then you got to go into your ovulation, and like, when do you ovulate off of this time frame as well, because that would also be helpful to know when you can get pregnant, or like the best time, or what day is the best day to get pregnant. When is my egg falling out, so I know to have sex 2-3 days before that, because sperm can live in you for 2 or 3 days, and you want the sperm to live in you so that when the egg drops, it just drops into a pile of sperm. It would be helpful, I feel, to figure that out a little more, just so that I can be more knowledgeable. For now, this is what I figured out, and this is what I wanted to put together, just so that it's like a start. It's a start for me. It's a start for me to understand. When I start editing, I start watching myself, I start listening it over and over again, I at least know this much, and I know it can be a lot, so I don't want to add that much more. I again will mention that I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor at all. I am a massage therapist and yeah, I just do that. So this is everything that I've learned on my spare time on my own, and I just wanted to have it written down, work through it, read it, learn it, so I can learn more later. I truly, truly thank you guys for being here and for listening and following along. If it makes sense to you, I appreciate you commenting and let me know if I am right, if everything that I stated is correct. And if it's not, please correct me so that I can know, and the people that watch this can also learn the right way, because I mean, it's not like I'm perfect. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.